Hello, welcome and good evening. And it's I don't know how much day in the coronavirus epidemic, but still new stuff is arriving because I ordered this actually at least a month ago. And yeah, I only got it delivered now probably because of the whole coronavirus stuff. This is from Monster Joysticks, which some of you might know from other famous YouTubers, because they sponsor one or two videos here and there. And I wanted to have another joystick for my Atari system, because, let's face it, I have these Chinese CX22 clones. They look the part, but actually they suck pretty much, because the joysticks break very easily. And the CX22 is not very ergonomic, I would say. So a true arcade joystick is in order. I do have one, which I will show you later, that was built by a friendly chap from the Atari Age forums. And it's a very lovely stick. It's big, you can put it on your lap. It's very ergonomic, it's made from very solid parts. But I thought, well, Monster Joysticks seem to be doing a good job, so let's see what they actually can deliver. So I ordered one of their arcade joystick kits, and yeah, let's take a look inside. So the packaging is already pretty sturdy, and it has been lying in my house for a couple of days, so hopefully there will be no coronaviruses, or maybe I'm already having the virus, I don't know. I do have a cold. I'm doing home office and we're taking care of the kids, so yeah, all you can do in the evenings is watch TV and do retro stuff. And there's of course lots more, but those are the best things, aren't they? Yeah, probably gonna cut myself opening this box. Okay, here we go. Probably don't need the knife right now, so I'm gonna put it aside. And what's inside here? Let's have a look. There's a bunch of screws and plastic screws and thingies and rubber thingies. This is the wiring loom, maybe? I guess this comes inside, yeah. This should be the port and the wiring loom. Then I also ordered 2 extension cables. These are not necessary, but since joystick cables are usually pretty short, depending on which controller, it's always nice to have extension cables so you can sit at a comfortable distance from the TV set. And this is the centerpiece. This is the actual micro switch joystick, and this looks tough as hell. So supposedly these are Sanwa arcade parts. I don't know, but I guess I can trust them. And it definitely looks very sturdy. So this is already much heavier than the whole CX22 joystick. So this is nice. And this here is... oh, now I have 3 of those. Well, maybe I ordered too many, but better to have too many than too little. I think these are the buttons. These are for sure the buttons. And these are the acrylic plates. So yeah, for the case. Let's have a look. This is the bill, and this is the assembly instructions. Okay. So let's get this out of the way. For a start, it definitely is well packaged, and we need not have the cables right now, so I put that aside. Okay, so what does it say? How to assemble your mini Monster joystick. Attach the interface kit. Okay, those are the plastic screws. Then attach the side panels. Then attach the joystick and the buttons. Okay, seems simple enough. Connect the interface kit. Okay, attach the top panel. Yeah, I'm gonna try to assemble this now, and I'll report back on how it actually works. Okay, first step is done. The interface PCB is mounted using a bunch of nylon screws and nylon nuts. Seems to be holding up quite well. The material is acrylic, shiny acrylic, and on this side it's pretty fine. On the other side there are a few spots and marks, but I think that's okay because that's on the inside. That's probably where they worked on. On the back of the plate there's still some residue left from the masking tape. I might go over this with some soft cloth. I think acrylic doesn't like certain kinds of solvents, so I'll be careful with that. And the thing is basically now going to be pushed together in some way. I am usually not a big fan of the acrylic cases that work like this, that are laser cut, but I do understand that it's the easiest way for them to manufacture it without having to do expensive manufacturing stuff. Yeah, but this actually works pretty well. There are Raspberry Pi cases that are much more flimsy, so this seems to be sturdy and well cut, and in the end I think it will look fine. So I'm gonna peel off the masking tape on the other parts here now, and it's actually, due to the protruding elements here, it's not that easy and not that you know, interesting to watch, because it's mainly fiddly and not that satisfying. Because sometimes you have this plastic tape on there, but this feels like standard masking tape, which is fine. I think it's ecologically more friendly, so that's all good. Probably just made out of paper or something. So you have it on both sides. So it's a lot of tearing off this stuff. Okay, so the side panels are mounted, and I already inserted one screw. The idea here is that you have these T-shaped holes and the screw hole here. And you will take one of the small M3 nuts, insert it into the hole here and align it so that you can put one of the screws in from the top, and it will grip the nut here, and you tighten it carefully a little bit, not too hard, and this will actually hold this thing in place very, very sturdily, so that the case cannot come undone. And that's actually not that hard, and that's a clever solution, I think. Alright, a lot of peeling later. We've got the top faceplate, and we have to install the joystick. It goes here, and I think this should be the correct orientation, yes. So this will be fastened with the big screws with the square bottoms, and they fit in only one way, and there are special nuts to fasten those as well. And I probably have to break out some other tools for this to work. So now I have to guess what size they are. Is this the correct size? No, it's too big. Maybe it's a size 7 millimeters. Yes, that seems about right. Still not tight. Now it's tight. All right, already looking good. Next step is to insert the dust cover, and I have two actually. I'm not sure if both are needed, but I think one should be sufficient. And we screw on the joystick head, which can be replaced by any color to your liking, of course. But I think red and black looks amazing. And the joystick buttons simply get pushed in like this. Alright, inserting the wiring loom wasn't that hard. This thing goes on only in one way, and the instruction manual actually says the direction that you have to insert these things. If you put the joystick on the left, it's red, orange, green, yellow, black, and that's the only way you can put them in. So make sure to double check that. And the next two are the red and black wires for the buttons, and in my opinion it probably doesn't matter much which way they go in, but they probably all have a common ground, so better put the blacks in as the instruction manual says. So that's more or less it. We now have to put in the remaining screws, and then the whole thing is actually assembled. So this is the finished product, and we can now plug in the massive 9-pin cable that comes with the joystick. It's pretty long, but you can chain those cables if you need something longer. And furthermore, there is this little toggle switch there. It allows you to switch into a mode where the up direction of the joystick is actually mapped to the second button. This is useful for games that use the up direction for jumping, for example. Then you have a fire button and as well a button for jumping. Finally, let's take the finished product for a spin. The joystick is comfortable and fits neatly on your lap or onto the table. And first of all, I tried Mappy, because this is my favorite game and you need a pretty accurate joystick to be able to manage to get to the higher levels. And I can say it works fine. There's no complaint whatsoever. The joystick is very precise, especially in the balloon levels you need pretty accurate timing. The fire button is only necessary when you open and close the doors. But yeah, I like it. It's very ergonomic for this game and it works fine so far. Scramble is a special game. It supports actually 2 fire buttons with a hack, but the second fire button here can only be mapped to the up direction, as I said. In the other position it just acts as a same fire button. So yeah, it doesn't help with Scramble, but still you can play it just fine. But every press of the fire button will actually fire both the torpedoes and the laser. So I will probably show you a mod for my other arcade joystick that I have, which allows you to use actually 2 buttons. And I might investigate if we can mod the Monster Joystick as a 2-button Scramble joystick as well. But this will be for another episode. Aardvark is similarly running very fine. Here you also need very good control over the directions with the joystick. And this is where I get hand cramps when I use the Atari CX40 joystick. It's very uncomfortable to play Aardvark with this. But with the Monster Joystick, it's really, really, really good. I managed to get through a couple of levels with ease, and it's no comparison. And last but not least, let's try a classic game. This here is Phoenix by Atari. And this is a very old game, but I actually like it very much. It's a very good shooter and you need very fast reflexes for this one. And I can say there's no delay, nothing whatsoever, because why should there? It's just a bunch of micro switches and it works perfectly well for this. And the button mashing, because you have to fire rapidly, works fine as well. There's no auto fire, but I wouldn't want it anyway. Activating the shield works by pushing the down direction on the joystick, and this works also very well because it's really very reactive and yeah, it's very ergonomic. I am absolutely pleased with the joystick. So there you have it. This is the fully assembled kit and I am very, very pleased with it. It's sturdy, it has good buttons. Although I thought I would like clicky buttons better, but I think clicky buttons would be very annoying because the already the joystick uses clicky micro switches, which is fine. These are the best I think that you can get. It has a steel rod here as its axis, and everything is very high quality. So I have no doubts. If there's one criticism, I think the second button for jumping is probably unnecessary. So the mod with the resistor that I will show you in a later video would probably be better for those homebrew games that support 2-button firing. But again, this is a matter of taste, and actually Monster Joystick just came out with 3-button joysticks for the Mega Drive, and the Mega Drive controllers can actually be used for those homebrew games. Then they will support 2 of the 3 buttons for firing. And you can use also a Mega Drive pad on your Atari. But I think the joystick maps much better or handles much better the arcade style games that you have on the Atari. The Mega Drive pads are actually very good for those Mega Drive games, I think. But if you are in a pinch, then you can of course use the Mega Drive controllers as well on the Atari, which is just fine. And the other slight criticism is, due to the way they manufacture this, it's no wonder there's a big cutout at the point of the DB9 port. Plus the DB9 port has no strain relief when you unplug the cable, because this is just soldered on. There's no screws which attach to the case or anything. So this might break if you detach and attach it quite often, but you usually don't need to do that. And I recommend just getting an extension cord for this and unplugging it at this part here, and then you don't have so much strain either on the Atari console or on your joystick actually. So there you have it. I'm definitely using this as my second joystick for 2-player games, and maybe even as my main joystick. And I will come back to you with another video about those 2-button arcade joysticks for Scramble, for example, or other homebrew games. Other than that, I hope you stay safe and healthy during this stupid corona crisis. Let's hope that it will blow over soon. But in the meantime, make sure to play a lot of Atari games or other retro stuff. And definitely, please follow me. Hit the subscribe button so we can keep in touch. Leave a comment, leave a like or dislike. Share the videos. We are almost there, 945 subscribers and counting. So let's hit that magic 1000 barrier. Hope to see you soon. Have a nice evening.